Hello, children. How are you doing? Children, tell me one thing. Do you hate doing homework? Do you think homework is too boring? Then you are like Patrick, who hated doing homework and who always felt that homework is too boring. Then one day, something happened which changed him totally as a person. What was that magical thing? Let's find out in the story who did Patrick's homework. So Patrick, he never did his homework. He felt homework is too boring. So instead of doing homework, he used to play hockey, basketball and Nintendo. Nintendo is a video game. His teacher used to tell him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn anything. And it was true. Sometimes Patrick also felt like an ignoramus. What is ignoramus? Who is ignoramus? It's a person who lacks education, who doesn't have proper knowledge. But what could Patrick do? He hated doing homework. Then one day, he found that his cat was playing with a little doll. He ran and grabbed it. But to his surprise, it wasn't a doll. What was it? It was a man of tiniest size, smallest size. It is called elf. Do you know who are elves? Elves are tiny size people, which are generally magical and imaginary characters. Have you seen the cartoon Ben and Holly? There are elves in it, right? So, it was actually not a doll, but an elf who was wearing little wool shirt and old-fashioned breeches. Breeches are short trousers or pants. And he was wearing a high and tall hat like those of witches. So this man yelled. Yelled means shouted. Save me, save me. Don't give me back to the cat. I will grant your wish. I promise you. So this man wanted to be saved. So he told Patrick that I will grant you a wish. Do not give me back to the cat. Now Patrick got a jackpot. He thought how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all his problems. So he told the little elf, okay, I will save you, but only if you do my homework till the end of the semester. There are only 35 days left for the semester to end. If you do a good job, I can even get A's. Now, this little man, he became very sad. His face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. Dishcloth is a cloth which is used for washing or wiping dishes. And hamper is a basket with a lid. So he was like his face wrinkled like a dishcloth. He kicked his legs, he doubled his fist, he thumped his fist, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. Grimace, scowl and purse are all showing his expression that he is very angry and disgusted. And he said, oh, am I cursed? But I will do it. Cursed means, am I unlucky? Somebody has put a curse on me. But I have no choice. I have to help this boy. Otherwise, he will give me back to the cat. So the elf, being true to his words, he started helping Patrick with homework. But there was one glitch. Glitch is a small problem. What was the glitch? That elf didn't know how to do homework. Every time he needed Patrick's help, every time he would shout, help me, help me. And Patrick had to help him in whatever way he could. Elf would say, I don't know this word. He would squeak and squeal. Squeaking, shrieking, squealing. All these are high-pitched voice. To shout in a high-pitched voice. So he would every time shout, get me a dictionary. It's better you yourself look for the word and tell me the word one by one. And what is this maths? For maths also Patrick was out of luck because elf would say, we elves never use timetable. We elves never do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fraction. You sit down by my side and help guide me. Elves do not even know anything about history. To them it's a mystery. So this little elf, he started shouting and shouting. He became louder and louder. He would say, go to library. I need this book. I need more books. You help me. Read them to me. So what happened? As a matter of fact, every day this little elf was becoming a nag. Who is a nag? Nag is a person who troubles other by saying one thing or other. Now Patrick was working harder and harder every day. And was it a drag? It was a dull and boring life for him. He was staying up whole nights. He was feeling weary. Weary means he was feeling extremely tired. And he was going to school with his puffy and blurry eyes. Puffy means swollen eyes, and blurry eyes. Blurry means when you keep awake whole night, you cannot see properly in the morning, right? Your eyes becomes blurry. So finally, the last day of school arrived. And now, this clever elf, he was free to go because all the homework was done. There was no more homework to do. And so he slyly means quietly, very secretly, went away from the back door. And now, Patrick, surprisingly, he got A's. All his classmates were amazed. Amazed means surprised. His teachers were also very happy for him. They were full of appreciation, praises for this boy. And his parents, they were also surprised. What has happened to their boy Patrick? He has now become a model kid. A kid who all others would look up to. Everybody wanted to be like Patrick. Now Patrick cleaned his room, he did his chores. Chores means everyday work. He was cheerful, he was not rude, and he has developed a new attitude. Attitude means the way you feel about something or someone. Now children, there is a secret. What is the secret? Patrick still thinks that he made elf do his homework. But secret is, actually the elf made Patrick do his homework, isn't it? Because every time elf called Patrick for help, look into the words, look into the books, spell out words, solve maths problem. What is history? It's a mystery. So every time he would send Patrick to library, he would tell him, he would make him keep awake whole night, read, study, and help him. So this is how Patrick himself did his homework. Do you think so? Now let's see some question answers. What did Patrick think his cat was playing with? What was it really? So Patrick thought his cat was playing with a doll, but it was actually an elf. Why did the little man grant Patrick a wish? The little man granted Patrick a wish in return of saving his life from the cat. In what subjects? Okay. What was Patrick's wish? Patrick's wish was that the elf did his homework till the end of the semester, which was just 35 days away. He thought if the elf does a good job, he could even get A's. In what subject did little man need help to do Patrick's homework? He needed help in all subjects. In English, maths, history, science, isn't it? How did Patrick help him? So Patrick helped him by bringing books from library, reading them, looking for words in dictionary, solving maths problem, helping in history. Patrick was in fact up whole night to do his homework. Who do you think did Patrick's homework? We have already discussed, right? The little man or Patrick himself? Patrick himself did his homework. He was the one who did all the hard work. He brought books from library, read them, solved maths problem, history and science questions. He kept awake whole night to do his homework. So you see children, Patrick did hard work. But what did elf do? He did smart work. So did you learn the lesson that apart from hard work, along with hard work, you should also do a little bit of smart work. So this was our chapter, Who Did Patrick's Homework? Thank you for listening, children.